Hey there, everybody. This is Jessica coming at ya. I've been solo for the last couple of videos because Darren has been doing some personal training and doing some other coaching and work during the times that we're doing our videos. So we haven't been able to do some co-videos, but that will be coming definitely soon. I'm outside with all the awesome elements of I hear a plane, I hear the birds, I hear cars, I hear a lot of different things. Hey, Rosie. And so today we're just going to chat about growth mindset and motivation. So we're on this big motivation kick, right? How do we stay motivated? How do we continue motivating ourselves and others, right? We want to be exemplars for others. So as we motivate ourselves, we motivate others to stay motivated and meet those goals and close that gap between who they are now and the best version of them, right? So today I'm just going to talk about some of the tools that I use. And I love using mantras and affirmations, and those are things that just stick in your mind, kind of like the motivation exercise I did yesterday. That was a tool for me to get outside of my head, right? Get out from under that dark cloud that I was feeling. And so that's why I did that tool yesterday. And if you didn't see it, go back and watch that video, because it's something that you can do to flip that switch in your brain to change that growth mindset, so that you can have the growth mindset and you're not so fixed. And mantras are very powerful and effective tools that we utilize on a daily basis that help us get out of that funk, that help us clear our mind, that help us get back on track. So I'm going to tell you 5 of mine that came to mind today that I really, 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 really love. And so the first one is either you're winning or you're learning, right? So I'm not ever really completely losing, because when I do something that doesn't meet my expectations or that doesn't rise to the level of where it should be, I'm learning, right? That's how I have to look at it. So I'm either winning or I am learning. So I'm going to take that, and that helps me when I feel like I failed, or I feel like I, didn't get to where I wanted to go with a certain incident or situation. Then I'm going to learn from it. And that's a huge growth mindset thing, is I'm not going to let it take me down. I'm going to learn from it and move on. My second one is I have the grit and I don't quit, right? So I don't quit. I am not a quitter. So I'm going to follow through on the actions and the things that I say that I'm going to do. Because why? Because I have grit, because I can. And thank you, Rosie. Yeah, it was on Tuesday, so I appreciate that. Hi, Tanis. How are you guys? So we're talking about 5 mantras that I like to use and that I think about. We talked about my exercise yesterday. I did too. So I have grit and I don't quit is the second mantra that I love to think about, because I am a gritty gal and I'm not going to quit. So there are definitely things that change pathways, right? Just because my idea is that I'm going to move forward in a certain manner doesn't mean that pathway doesn't change, though. So that's not quitting, that's just altering, evolving, correct? So also, number 3, I love the FAIL acronym, faithful attempts in learning, right? Kind of goes with that first mantra that I was talking about, but faithful attempt in learning. Whether I fail or not, I'm still making a faithful attempt in learning. I cannot win all the time, but I can choose to learn, correct? Yes. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are agreeing with these mantras, if these mantras would help you. I learned this little technique from a guy that I'm following, and he throws in, hey, type in a number 1 if you like these mantras. So in your comment box, let's just practice it. Type in a number 1 if you like those mantras that I've been talking about so far. So the 4th one is practice makes progress, right? So this was something that when I started with the Brian Johnson coaching program last year, about 18 months ago, that was something that I really, really learned, that practice is such a huge component. We always learn about practice or theory, right? We can theory ourselves to death, where we just take in so much information. But if we never practice it, how do we become a master at it? Thank you, Tanis. how do we become masters if we are not practicing all of the theory that we're learning? So that's my fourth one. I love practice makes progress, because when I practice, and that is part of my Carpe Diem, my journal every day, that's part of one of my actions. My plus ones is deep work and practice. I need to practice being a coach so that I can be an awesome coach, right? And then the last one, number 5, is learning is messy. Learning is extremely messy. When we are on that growth journey, it can get super messy. And so don't let that discourage you. Have that be something that can be empowering. When you know that things are getting a little stressful and things are getting a little messy, when you're challenging yourself and you're doing new things and you're making progress, it's gonna just feel messy at times, and it's gonna feel like you don't have control of it, but that's okay. You don't get to control everything. Just keep taking those steps every day to become a better person, to reach your goals, and just lay down that foundation, and you guys will get it. So those were my top 5 for the day, right? Because we sometimes have those mantras change, but I utilize these tools to help me stay motivated. I challenge you, share in the comments, or if you play this back, or when we're done here, because we're wrapping up, please share some mantras that you love, that work for you, so that other people can be inspired by you. So I will also share some more mantras in the comments throughout the day to get that engagement going. And again, I challenge you to start typing that in and let us know. So we are wrapping up almost this motivation month. We do have a event this Saturday on June 13th at 1:30 p.m. Please register for the Zoom so that we can engage with you all. It's going to be 5 of us coaches, and it's going to be a great time. So use those mantras as tools to keep up your motivation, and we will talk to you guys all later. All right. Thanks, y'all. Bye.